In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Atlanta Falcons and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Daniel Carlson taking off for Las Vegas.
We've got ourselves a fight in this one to get back above 500. Week 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he gets him about 3 yards here on the game's first offensive snap.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Rodgers from the gun. Got a man, it's Drake London. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
46-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Firing quickly as Rodgers complete. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short. The 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. First and 10 from the 43. Milton. Jump off, caught by his back. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response. Right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. That's good for a couple of yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
And the Las Vegas first down.
18 rattle.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
70. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. Complete out to the right. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
8 yards on
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Let's go. Cougar. Ready,
Off the play fake, here's Milton. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. All set to go now from the 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, Genty. He's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
This is Genty on second. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That was Xavier Watts getting in there defensively.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving. Brock pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Going to the ground again on first. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. This is caught. That's Bowers working downfield. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They get 35 out of that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Finds London on the slant. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Falcons, first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down.
Throwing again, Rodgers. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons break the tie here in the first. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Right on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Raiders 7. Matthew Wright set to kick off.
Right, ready to send this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ready, set.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10.
Stephanie. Roll blocking, 18.
First play is going to be a give to Genty. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with second and 1. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They have it on second and short.
19, Tiger, Mustang 19.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Gets his tight end on the corner route. Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
Cut 19, cut 19, cut 19 tight, 19 tight. Bronco 80. Ridge, 79 Broncos. Go.
Milton now. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop. See the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Carlson for the Raiders field goal.
Carlson's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Wow, down by just a score. A lot of game to go. But look here, it's an onside try. And the Falcons cover up the kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. All right, I'm going to need your expertise here, Brock. You don't ever really call an onside kick there on a whim, do you? That had to be pre-planned, right?
Yeah, I think that was on the table well before they scored the touchdown, but here's the problem. That group on the other side, well, they were prepared. They were ready for it. And now, well, you've added a little bit of Uncle momentum to that side.
And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. They've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Buys time, rolling right. The right side cut by Olave. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 32. Now here's Rodgers. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He'd been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And he still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
319, hey, 626.
Rodgers to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Now, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber, won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickel back. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there. Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Cowboy 80. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Pass Panther Street. Panthers.
On third down, Jetty. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. He gets 6 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More from Allegiant Stadium coming up. First and 10 from the 32.
Mustang 19. Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 19 Lions.
To throw, Milton. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Milton, first and 10. He's got a man left. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. So no gain on first down.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. All right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On target to Thornton. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Milton. Finds him over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
Let's go now.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
18, Pioneers.
Throwing from the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
At the 33-yard line.
Mustang 19. Dragon 60. 70 Rangers. 7.
Now Milton to throw. It is caught left side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. That's set. This is 3rd and 5.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 79 Broncos. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Milton. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts.
That's good.
And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. All set now. First and 10.
The 13-yard
Here we
line.
go. Warriors 70 Timberwolves. Rig alert. Rig 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Out of the gun. It's Milton. Cut near the goal line. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Throwing here just before halftime. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a lead on the final play of the half. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Carlson now to add one more.
Point after.
And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. share the kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. All right, partner, are you on board with that call we just saw? Yes, they trailed, but it's not a huge lead. It's only in the third quarter. Hold it, you jumped the gun. Now they're in a tougher spot because they didn't recover. Did he say no?
No. No.
Why not?
Because 95% of the time or so, those things fail. Why would you do that this early? No. Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
60 Maverick, 19 Lions.
Milton going to throw again here, 2nd and 10. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Going after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game.
Falcons 14.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Falcon first down.
I'll be the one to say it, Kate. He gets up to that second level, 15, 20 yards. We're rooting for him to take it to the distance. It's hard to do. It's tough to make a gain like this happen in the NFL, but as you saw, still even tougher to take it to the house.
Rodgers going to throw on first. To the right side and reeled in by London. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. Has it downfield, working the left. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They get 19 on that pickup. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Rodgers off the play action. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. It's inside the 10. Rodgers is hit. The ball is loose. And this is going to be Raiders football.
There are so many fundamental details play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
And he's got a bunch here up past the 25 before somebody gets to him.
Gain of 21 yards.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
The ultimate team sport still has so many times games within the game, individual battles, and right now, they don't have an answer for this guy. It may be time to turn the line to Chip to find some way to protect the quarterback.
Throwing from the gun here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Go.
3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They moved the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First down throw here by Rodgers. Raiders closing in, and down he goes. A nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
4 yards. And the Falcons, first down.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. He puts some juice on a deep throw. Down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Back to Genty. He's got the first down grab and still going. Racing down the left side. Ashton Genty. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Falcons, 14. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. And this one's going to approach the 10, but looks like it's down right at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Genty on the give. He's headed right. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture. And one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Trying to find his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. He'll air it out on 3rd. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they're going to take him down finally, but not before he puts his own goal line well in that rearview mirror. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
Genty from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Raiders up by multiple touchdowns, and they've got the football. You know, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 19 Lions. Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. Drop 60. Drop 60. Let's go.
Throwing now, Milton. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, and discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Cup 19. Rig alert. Rig alert. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Milton now on 3rd down. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
It's fielded at the 14. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At the
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rogers. Has him on the quick hitter. Again, he's got room. All the way, and that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get it back to within 2 possessions. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Extra point try is good by Wright. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 10.
31. Falcons 21. Matthew Wright set to kick off.
That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Giving this to Genty. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
On the ready. 7 Pirates. 7. Mustang 19.
Throw here, 3rd down. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. That goes for 32 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
First down, here's Rodgers. Connecting on the slant. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Falcons first down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Rodgers from the gun. Finding Olave, back-to-back plays. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
That's another Falcons first down. First and goal at the 10-yard
In the red zone now. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons making a 4-point game here in the 4th. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Shotgun give here to Gentile. He's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders making a 9-point advantage.
We hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game.
Raiders 38, Falcons 28.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Bowers outright. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Rodgers will look to throw. They get him yet again. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
I gotta believe, Kate, his first pick of the game directly led to that one. Remember, what worked to generate that first turnover, playing things the same way, and this time, well, it wasn't just a pick, it was a pick six.
Falcons 28.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers coming back after the pick. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Rodgers set to pass. Flush out now, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Falcons trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. Now here's Rodgers. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule here.
So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs. So after we saw 4th down last snap, now we've got 1st and goal. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders put up even more points in a win. Carlson now to add one more. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders make it a 24-point ball game.
Falcons 28. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Dumps it off to Robinson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
To throw is Rodgers. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete. The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Hands are tied. Got to have it on this 4th down. Desperation time here. Short pass brought in. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Here we go. Shot. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They're going to pass it here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. Who's it at the 7? running away with this. Carlson to tack on the extra point.
Carlson on for the point after.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead.
Falcons 28. Daniel
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
2nd and 6.
So put this in the win column for the Raiders. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.